This is the shyest plant on Earth. It's called the Mimosa paduca. And if you shake, touch, or even just blow on it slightly, a series of seismic movements will occur, and it will fold itself up. It usually stays in this state for about half an hour, or until it's ready to open itself up to the world again.
It's not about winning, it's about fun.
What's that?
Fun is, it's like friends who do stuff together.
Do you notice me? Do you notice me? Yeah. I just wanna know, shawty, do you notice me?
Fake news just got even stupider.
Snakes are evolving to have legs now.
Snakes are not evolving to have legs, they actually got rid of having legs. When I showed this to a herpetologist, someone who studies snakes, they about shit themselves. They actually still have the gene for legs, but they certainly do not express it.
A new shark that glows in the dark was just found. They are very good at catching prey. Yeah, this is why I don't get in the ocean.
It was first of all discovered in 2010, the article was published in 2019, and the shark isn't scary. It's called the pocket shark, and it barely gets over 8 inches long.
You see this? Run. This is a newly found stinging caterpillar.
No, the furry pus caterpillar was not just discovered. Megalopygia percularis was actually discovered in 1797, over 200 years ago.
Something you wish you didn't know.
Watch this at your own risk because you'll never be able to look at a social interaction the same way again. People's hips tend to point at the person they're the most interested in. So if you're talking to somebody and their hips are parallel with yours, it probably means they're interested in you. But if their hips are facing away from you, it probably means they want to get out of the conversation. I wish I could return this information because now every time I'm talking to somebody, I'm paying attention to the relationship between their hips and mine. And the worst feeling in the world is if you're talking with like 2 other people and both of them have their hips facing one another and neither of them are facing at you and you just know that they don't want to talk to you.
Hi, I'm a real secondary school science teacher, and these are real questions that were sent to me. If you have a question you want me to answer, there's an email link to my bio. However, before emailing me, please watch my other TikToks. Make sure I haven't answered your question already. Should I wear a tampon in the bath? No, don't do that. Also, don't leave them in for super long periods of time. 4 hours maximum. You gotta be careful. You don't want to get toxic shock. Why do some people have more than 4 wisdom teeth? Bad luck, mostly. What is fingering? Fingering is the use of the fingers or digits to please someone in a sexual capacity. As per usual, stay safe, get tested regularly, and don't do anything that you're not comfortable with. Is it normal to have discharge that smells fishy? No, that is an indication of an infection, so you should get a doctor to check that out. If it's a strong fish smell, that could be bacterial vaginosis, so you'll need antibiotics. Otherwise, your vagina should smell like musky or fleshy. It should smell like your clean body, basically. Is it okay to clean the outside of the vagina? Yes, but you really only need to use water. And how do you feel about the Diva Cup? I think it's great, sustainability, comfortable, lots of people like it.
You guys, my boyfriend came into my room last night and was like, the toilet's blue. The toilet's blue. And I was like, what do you mean the toilet's blue? Like, we don't have anything to make the toilet blue. He was like, the toilet's blue. I did not believe him. Bro. The toilet is straight up fucking blue. Literally, it's not an illusion. It's literally like where my butt was sitting, the toilet's fucking blue. If I turn on a light, it's still fucking blue, dude. What the hell? And then he pointed out that my fucking sheets are blue in the same spot that I was sleeping. Why the fuck is my toilet blue?
Why Flathead Lake, Montana is one of the only lakes I ever have and ever will swim in. First of all, this lake is really cool in my opinion because it's actually the remnants of a sea that slowly became landlocked as the continent shifted. Now, it also has some amazing architecture and private islands you should totally check out. And despite being the 79th largest lake on planet Earth, it is actually one of the cleanest in the world, which is why I enjoy swimming there. Now, the water is extremely clear, so you can see the lack of alligators, snakes, all sorts of terrifying things that would be in other lakes. This lake is home to one of my favorite types of freshwater fish, trout. These guys are absolutely adorable, one of my favorite fish to actually catch and release. Now, they have 2 very rare species, which is the West Slope trout and the bull trout, which are both catch and release only. Overall, this gorgeous lake is one of the best things about Montana, and visiting it was one of the highlights of my life.
Is there actually a fundamental biological difference between liberals and conservatives? On the surface, we can see some funny differences, like conservatives like meat and potatoes more, while liberals tend to like trying food from other cultures more. In general, conservatives prefer purebred dogs, while liberals prefer mixed breeds, and liberals are okay with free verse poetry, while conservatives prefer it to rhyme. But as we study more, we realize that the differences are much deeper. When put through MRI brain scans, it turns out that liberals are more likely to have a larger anterior cingulate cortex, which is associated with understanding and monitoring conflict, while conservatives have a larger right amygdala, which helps process fear and anxiety. And that makes sense, given the years of research that have shown people tend to become more conservative when they feel threatened or afraid. After 9/11, for example, the US became politically more conservative, with studies showing increased support for issues like national security and military spending. But studies have also found that conservatives and liberals employ different.
Montana's energy vortex is a gravitational anomaly that redefines the laws of physics and nature. It's a swirling energy field in the Earth's grid system. As you can see here, this 15-pound weight bounces off the energy field and kicks itself right back. Aside from looking like you're in the Matrix, it feels pretty wild in there. People experience all different kinds of feelings. More relaxed, tingly, heart open. Maybe you feel an old injury ache as the energy moves through that part of the body for healing. Some people just feel good. I definitely felt a little lightheaded. The guy who owns this place is a physics researcher and is full of information. He's also well versed in spirituality. He explained how some things physics doesn't explain or account for, like as you can see here on this flat surface, we're the same height on one side and not on the other, and how he looks substantially taller by taking just one step forward. Then when he steps back, he shrinks again. Totally wild. And for all you skeptics, here's my marble not rolling, because it's a flat surface. It feels so weird to just float. And here's my marble rolling uphill. This one was my favorite. We were cleansed of negative energies and reconnected to our universal energy. Like and follow for more adventures.